Good morning, my friends, and welcome to another episode of This Week at Tate and Yoko. My name is Terry. I'm going to be kind of leading the show here today. And yeah, we have a lot of fun things to talk about and a special theme that's close to my heart. So, you know how it goes. Before we get too much into our video, I'd love you guys just give a little the old like and subscribe down below to keep this show moving forward. We got a lot to talk about, including bikes, winners, watches, release madness. There's a lot of stuff going on over here. So let's start with a couple of quick customary fit checks. I think we'll start off with our boy Max first over here. Max, why don't you show the class what you brought today and kind of get the theme started for our bike. I'm getting a little bit of a show and tell. So
okay, so I'll start with my fit. So today I'm wearing Clark shoes that I never wear here because I thought I could not walk all day with these, but so far it's been good. I got my classic gold selvage here, gold. Ooh. With the golden rivet there, and 7mm brown belt, and my band shirt from Quebec that you won't know, and this made in Japan hat, black with the pink selvage. And okay, so today I'm showing my bike, that one of my bike.
One of many.
I have 5 or 6.
How many bikes do you have?
I don't count them anymore. I sell 2, I buy 1, I buy 2. So yeah, this is like my old classic 90s Marinoni bike. So the builder from here, from Quebec, from Montreal. I mean, it used to be Montreal, but North Shore. Got the Brook saddle. I got I like my Dura Ace stem with the 2 bolt, and I got some Campagnolo brake Athena from the 90s, Campagnolo rim, and a brand new rim that doesn't fit really well color wise in the back, but it was strong and the price is right, and 36 old, so 36 spokes to hold my fat ass. And yeah, that's it. It's going fast, but not as fast as the next bike.
All right, guys, I'm back here. Excuse my my sick voice. I'm a little bit under the weather. That wasn't for dramatic effect. I have on my Challenger's ammunition hat, my disposable face mask, black circular knit tee, black thick belt, left hand 12, strong guys. I think we're coming up on like at least 8 or 9 months on these, so probably come around fall we'll start a new pair. Toys McCoy, dress shoes. Of course I have the Dure wool socks, which we do stock, highly recommended. You gotta get a gun on that wool sock game. And then lastly, I guess 2 things. Shell Cordovan card case. I think we have like maybe 1 or 2 of these left, so get one of those. And last, I have on my G-Shock DW5000R. We put these up on the website I think on Friday, and over the weekend they just flew off the shelf. So I think I have just 1 left in stock at the moment, but these were very popular and for good reason. We're gonna do a deep dive on this guy later. Hopefully you can see it good there. This is my favorite G-Shock. I think it's the best G-Shock of all time, but we'll get into that another day. So yeah, we got 1 left of those, and we'll talk a little bit about my bicycle here. So I just picked up this bike at the beginning of the season this year. It's a Fuji Feather. It's a steel bike. I made a few modifications since I got it. It came with drop bars. I put on wide risers. Just got these in yesterday. Race face grips from BC. Shout out to my BC boys on the North Shore. Put on some new pedals. I forget what these are called. Max knows.
MKS.
MKS.
Made in Japan.
They're Japanese pedals. They're pretty. I like them. And then I put on, as per Terry's recommendation, some Continental GP 5000 tires, which I'm really liking. And yeah, I paid $200 for the bike, and since then I think I've spent more on parts. So yeah, as it goes. So yeah, this is my setup.
All right, we're here now. Now I'm gonna do my little show and tell with my own little fit there and my bike, which of course you've seen before, but I'll go over it again because I just like talking about it.
Mine's not a fixie. Okay, look at this.
Yeah. Look at that single speed.
Not a fixie.
Garrett, although he is sick, he's not deranged. He's not deranged. Doesn't suffer from a fixie disease or anything there. It is a single speed. Nothing wrong with those. Fixies, however, well, don't get me started. Anyway, Terry's old fit check over here. On the bottom over here, I have looking a little dusty here. My Goro / Rose Anvil collabs. These are the Smugs with the Horween leather. I love them. They're actually really comfy. The old MIJ12 True Guys here with a little bit of a cuff. I've been feeling a bit cuffy these past couple of days. You can kind of see that leg twist kind of going on over there. It's really quite twisty. These guys are also a little dusty. My Fox Fiber t-shirt. Thank you very much, Bays and Riesler, for giving this one to me. I love it. I've had it for, almost a year now. You gave it to me last year. I really, really like this t-shirt. Fantastic. Just like Max, I have one of the old MIJ hats. I know Brandon's working behind the scenes to try and get another hat deal moving forward, so just be patient, stay tuned. We hear your voices. We're doing as much as we can to get the hats going on. As for extras, I got the old G-Shock. We don't sell this one, but we sell one very similar, just like Garrett's. We do have it on our website, which is basically a nicer version of my watch. A bit more retro, made in Japan there, and the price is really, really right, especially by our little code that we tend to throw away at the end of our video.
I love G-Shocks.
I love G-Shocks. This code works for us a discount on the G-Shocks only. It's not going to discount your jeans.
all one word, no.
Yeah, I love G-Shocks. One word. Put that in, the I guess the code section of your order. You will see the discount go live, and you'll know that it worked. And we know that you guys have been using this because we've been getting a lot of watch orders, and you guys are all using that code. So we're happy. Great, so let's talk a little show and tell about my BC Cleta over here. It's a giant TCX, it's a 2020, it's a cyclocross frame, aka the best style of frame over here. I bought it new, so I can't say I spent more parts, but it's close, especially because it's a carbonium bike with carbonium wheels from Hunt. Fantastic. I got my Maxxis Ramblers gold chain, because you have to have a gold chain on your bike, man. Gold chain. I got the titanium gold bolts, because while I'm 200 pounds, saving 2 grams on a bolt is also important. The oil, they're kind of like the spokes are nice, kind of like a nice titanium oxide look to folks. You can't really buy them from Hunt anymore. I think it's kind of neat. They're only available for a couple years.
Are they heat treated or something?
I think it's like a nitride oxide treatment of some sort. It's a fun little treatment, so it's kind of snazzy. They're XDR pedals, not much. Oh yeah, Hope brakes, front and rear. And that's about all that I've changed on the bike. Put some miles on it. The rear wheel definitely needs a desperate truing. It's a little bit
Tell us about your tires.
The tires, the Maxxis Ramblers over here. I stuffed the fattest tires I possibly could to get into this. My philosophy over here, just to put as much tires I could into the frame there. So you see it's kind of cutting it close over there. I ride this bike on the streets of Montreal, which basically means, although Garrett's got like the GP5000s, great tire, it does mean that your perineum becomes like a part of the suspension. So without getting into too much details, having a little bit of extra volume of tires is really fun, not just for gravel riding, but also for like mean streets. So I really love this bike. Hope I can ride it more, get out there. Maybe we'll do some more riding with Max and Garrett on the street there. But yeah, my TCX, bought it new, put some miles on it.
Gold bolt also.
Oh yeah, that's right. You saw like the titanium bolts there. Yes, everybody needs them. So yeah, that's just a little bit of design there. We've featured this one. If you guys have been watching the channel for a while or checking the website for ages, I've actually we did a photo shoot I think years ago where I was wearing my shorts, wearing that bike, doing a little bit of like a fit advice there. So I've had it for a while. I've commuted on it, and I really quite like it. So I thought we'd talk a little bit about bikes and bike culture and how it works with jeans and some bike advice over here.
All right, I'll let you lead it, Terry.
All right,
but today's theme is how to wear jeans with your bike. Tell us about your experience.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about my experiences, so maybe you guys can learn from some of my mistakes. Maybe you're kind of new to like urban riding, but you still want to wear your raw denim, riding your bike to work, but you still want to wear your jeans, don't want to fool around with changing clothes, all that nonsense. Like me. So first of all, this should be obvious. But tight jeans and cycling, it really doesn't work. I had a pair of Weird Guys, my purple cores, if you remember. I wore them on my bike when I commuted to work, just a half-hour ride. In one ride, I blew up the crotch, like total crotch explosion there. There were just threads and stuff kind of like hanging out there. It had not a lot, it was quite a fitted pair up in the front, especially the thighs, and just when you're going up and down, up and down, up and down, things explode, you know what I mean? So that's what happened to me. I had to get that, professionally looked after, but now it's okay, it got patched up, but no tight jeans. What I did personally is I went to a pair of stretch jorts, so I kind of did like a 2-for-1 punch. 2% stretch is sometimes all you need. You don't need jeggings over here. We got tons of 2% stretch. It really, really helps, especially if you've got bigger thighs. And if you're biking a lot, you're gonna build some bigger thighs. That 2% really helps. So something like maybe a 11-ounce stretch, which is what I highly, highly recommend. A little bit lighter, but stretchier, goes a long way, gives that flexibility to help move things over. And when there's the twisting action over there. Okay, yes, also fit. Yes, so you want to make sure not just room for the crotch there, but don't sag your trousers too much there, because you kind of want them relatively fitted so your legs can kind of pump up and down over there. So no sagging.
What about the waistband?
Waistband, I would like it relatively snug there. I wear my belt there. I have it fairly tight, so it's not slipping down off my butt. Sometimes I got no meat in the seat, so my jeans tend to slip a little bit there. I might tighten my belt up a little bit before I get on the bike, so I don't want
terms of like
falling down.
100% cotton versus stretch, what would your recommendation?
People can do it with 100% cotton. I personally prefer 2% stretch for a pair of cycling jeans, especially because I'm a big boy.
I've done it in a pair of True Guys strong solid blacks.
Oh, that's a tough one, yeah.
And I live like 4 hours away.
Yeah, I would say for fits, looser fits. So we're talking like probably no super weird guys, but yes to easy guy. That's what I use. Strong guy would. It's a bit tighter at the legs are loose, but the legs aren't the problem. You want to lose the top. So I think easy and true guys are probably my preferred fit over there.
If you have like slimmer legs, you can get away with the strong guy or the weird guy. Like for me, I wear the strong guy, but I size up 1. Mm-hmm. So because of that, I get enough room in those.
Yeah. So, but I would say something like this would be like my minimum looseness there. I have a little bit like, I pinch my thighs here. I have a little bit of space there, and I can still, you'll know if you can like get 9 degrees on your leg without feeling things moving when they're not supposed to go. You'll know. So that's absolutely our advice. But yes, 2% stretch, at least. That is like the biggest advice I can give you there, especially if you're doing like serious biking. And this way you don't have to change out your clothes.
Okay, so I'll share a little story.
Did you explode your jeans too?
Kind of. So it wasn't the crotch, but I don't remember exactly when this was, but I was definitely a kid, and I was wearing a pair of jeans, and I was on my bike, and then all of a sudden I could feel this like pulling on my pant leg and just like ripping. And what happened was that my pant leg got stuck in between the chain and the sprocket, and it pulled it all the way around, and I had this big long rip, basically like a big vertical rip on my pants.
You got pants by your bike.
Kind of. I mean, my pants didn't come off, but they were damaged. So yeah, this is kind of one of the bigger problems when it comes to riding your bike with your jeans. Is you don't want to get that caught up in your sprocket unless you have. Some people have, what is it, like a sprocket guard. Yeah, like if you ride a Bixie, like a chain guard, but most bikes I find don't, especially if you're wearing, you have like a higher end bike, it's not going to have that on there.
Basically, if you're making a snazzier bike, like all our bikes over here are pretty high speed, low drag, and we don't have time for chain guards.
What happened is
dramatic.
You're riding along like this, and then as you can see, your pant leg is kind of close to the chain here. And sometimes it can get stuck in there, and then as you pedal along, it wants to pull your jeans through. And like getting stuck in machinery, it doesn't work out too well for your jeans. So
lose.
Yeah, Terry, what are some ways to prevent your jeans being torn up in your sprocket?
So this is not a new problem to science, okay? There are solutions over here. We have various solutions. Max, the great one, we'll save that for the end here. I have the easiest solution, which is don't have long trousers to get caught in the chain in the first place. So wear jorts, get ahead of the bike and chop off the legs on your own terms. don't let the chain make that choice for you there. I wear jorts every time. Don't look back. It's just carefree. It just makes my life a lot easier. That's the easiest way to go for it. Garrett's about to demonstrate the sock stuff.
This is what I do personally. I just go for the mega cuff, also known as the Euro cuff. So you just do a nice big cuff, and that way it's not going to go low enough to touch that sprocket area. You just have to remember to like put it back down after you finish riding your bike. Otherwise, people think you're a crazy person walking around with one mega cuff. I guess you could do both sides, but I usually just do the one. And then the other option, I don't personally do this, but I know a lot of people do, which is like the tuck, where you tuck it into your sock. This is not really working the best with the strong guy because it is quite a large leg opening, but if you have a jean like the easy guy or the weird guy or something with just a smaller leg opening, it works pretty good. You just tuck it into your sock and then it's not going to get caught up. Lastly, this one I learned recently, the elastic band method. I think you want maybe like a stronger elastic band, or maybe like two of them.
Yeah, like the one they have at the lobster counter.
Like the one on the broccoli.
Broccoli.
You want to go get some broccoli?
Oh man, you lose the blood flow in your legs.
No, the broccoli one, the blue one that comes on the broccoli. You want to get that or equivalent, and then look, you just put that on your leg, just like that, and that's gonna prevent.
Tie wrap personally.
Yeah.
Tie wrap.
Tie wrap.
I want to show off Max.
I prefer.
Also,
Max actually.
This is the professional response.
clean
actually really
air
bike
day,
cross,
so
I
it's
know.
just long enough for going around your neck. It's going here, and I like to fold it on the opposite side here, so it doesn't punch up the wrong space.
Smart.
Ta-da!
Oh, you got the
it's
reflective.
high
Flash in
vis
the dark, so
for
you can get
safety.
it.
And the
You
high
can
vis.
get it on your left ankle at least. They
Yeah.
can hit the other part of your body.
So I've seen Max wear this almost every day when he comes in. He never wears jorts when he rides. He wears like, he wears like a little loose baggy cut like these classics, right? Never been a problem. And I don't think there's anyone here who's put more miles on bikes than Max has.
I'm not sure.
How far did you ride, Max?
How far?
Didn't you like bike across the country?
Yeah, with shorts. I had and the trick, I think the trick is the Brook saddle because it's kind of slippery, so it doesn't rub. Because usually with like plastic or synthetic saddle, after 40 kilometer, my butt is taking fire. Yeah, after 4,000 kilometer. So
Yeah. So,
I guess it
and
works.
like, yeah, I've seen Max ride his bike here every day. Like, he definitely eats, lives, and breathes that life. So it just goes shows, hey, like, it's not super, not a big problem there. You can absolutely get into it. Our whole company here is pretty bike mad. I mean, like, I know Justin, pretty big into track
Tristan's got a
bikes.
bike right
Tristan's bike is over there.
And
pretty
guess what? It's a fixie.
Yeah. He has.
I've only once Dixied home, and I live like 4 hours away bike ride.
We also have like the city bike there. It's like Vinny doesn't have a bike, but he's used the Big C just like the city bike if you're in New York. It's like the little like a bike share ride thing in Montreal. A lot of cities have these. Hey, a great utility, a great facility, a great resource if your city has that service set up for you. Definitely don't knock it. Although that's like the first step in the road to like spending thousands of dollars or recycling the same thousands of dollars like Max on bikes.
The type of hobby where you think you're gonna spend money to save money, but then you just spend money to spend more money.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's a little bike thing. We'll do more bike themed content later because I think it's a great idea. It's summer and it goes really, really well with jeans. So we'll try and do maybe some bike like challenge and stuff like heavyweight challenges or something like that. Or maybe I'll get my sister.
Bike versus
Yes,
regular bike.
there will be an e-bike showdown there where we show off some showdowns, show off the power of our own engines. Yeah, so that's just a little like bike fashion tips there, bike utility tips there for all of us bike nerds and enthusiasts here at Tate Yoko.
Okay, do you want to read the winners to the contest
Oh, yes.
and the answers? Maybe read the answers to the questions first.
So we're gonna talk about a little content we had last week. So it's not just about bikes here. We had a little cool riddles. Mr. Garrett over there did some homemade riddles without the aid of any language models or anything.
There was no AI used.
No AI used. It was they are homegrown and home rolled. So like they're really quite proud of them, as you should be. So I'm going to read off these questions and the answers, and then I read off all the winners. So we had the first question, of course. First comes red, then comes white. If you see me on your couch, I'll give you a fright. And the answer, of course, was indigo or blue. Next question is old and rare. You see, I'm special, making union between denim. That's an essential. That, of course, was the Union Special chain stitch machine. All right. And then the next one, small and pointed like a nipple. Put me on the crotch, and nuts I will cook. So this is a rivet, kind of calling out that classic story where there's there used to be rivets right on the sweet spot of that center joint of the 4 panels on jeans. And if you opened your legs next to a campfire, yeah, that rivet could get hot. And finally, this one was pretty good, but you guys still got it. I chatter all day, but don't speak a word. You can pass through my shed, flying like a bird, shuttle, or a shuttle loom. So we had a great turnout for this. A lot of people actually got all the answers right. We thought some of these would be pretty hard and pretty esoteric.
16 people guessed all 4 correct.
16 people got the answers right. So well done, Anise. We had to actually choose.
I think we should also explain the last one. So they chatter all day because looms chatter. They have like that chattery sound,
shake and they shake very noisy.
But they don't speak a word, obviously, because they don't talk. Mm-hmm. You can pass through my shed. So what is a shed? The shed is when the warp yarns are weaving. Basically, it's going to open like this. The shell is going to pass through, and then it's going to go like this. The shuttle passes through again, and that's how you weave the denim. So that opening, that gap, is called the shed. So that's why the shuttle is flying through the shed.
Back and forth. Like a bird.
It's going fast, like a bird. It's going
fast.
so fast you almost can't see it.
It's a blur. It's like a blur, just back and forth. And what a great and terrible chatter it is. So congratulations and thank you to everyone who wrote in, tried to go to cause. We have some glorious prizes to hang out, and we shall send you all emails and shipping. But I'm going to announce the winners over here. So of those 16 people, first names only: Kevin, James, Hillary, Colin, Lucas, and Nicole. All winners, big winners, the best winners, and you're going to get a little message from us. Okay, so I think that's a lot of our little show over here for now. I'm just going to talk a little bit about what's happening over here in the warehouse here. So you may notice that it's crazy release season right now here at Tate Yoko. There've been a lot of releases. Well, that's not going to stop anytime soon. We have this week we're going to be releasing the Workforce Selvage. So that is actually the last Spring Summer 25 release, despite starting earlier. And then we're just going to, every week after that, it's going to be one after another until, I don't know, I guess there's snow on the ground. That's when we'll catch our breath and move onwards. But yes, Workforce this Thursday, 11 a.m., usual time, usual place. A lovely, lovely lightweight denim that's been long awaited. Finally here.
Comes in a lot of fits.
A lot of
super
fits.
Guy, weird guy, easy guy, true guy, strong guy. I think super girl, chore coat, and zip jacket. So something for everybody.
Absolutely something for everybody, and still in time for those hot days of summer. Probably maybe a good choice to ride on the old bicyclette too, actually, if I'm saying. So that's what's also happening here in the warehouse. And I believe that's everything. Let's check the notes over here. I think that's everything for now. I'm just going to go run
the word of the week.
Into the word of the week. So I have my winner over here. There we go. I'll lean over back. I have a winner over here. Let's talk about the word first. So, of course, the word of the week is a section of our show where I say a special word. And if you put that word in the comment section of your order, you can be entered to win a little prize from us. Or if you don't get that prize, we'll always throw in a couple of extra goodies, like some nice handwritten notes. This week is all done by Garrett. And like some extra stickers and a little doodad, like a little slime buster, UV light, or a measuring tape, or whatnot. We're always thinking of cute little things to throw in there. It's a little way to say thank you for being part of our community. So last week the word was hebdomadal, which is basically referring to weekly. So yeah, hebdomadal. Yeah, it's a great little word. It's kind of referred to weekly. Sometimes you see the word hebdo in like French weekly newspaper publications and stuff there. So that's kind of like, if you're wondering why, like, who is this hebdo? Why does it have so many newspapers? Well, now you know. So I actually thought it was genuinely like a fun little word. So thank you to the huge turnout. We actually had a lot of responses on this one. So I guess it was a We got a strong word, so thank you for participating in that. As for this week, I was trying to think of a fun word that's kind of like maybe bicycling related, and I scoured my brains. Oh, we have a word here?
No, who won
Oh,
this week?
I can't forget that, yes. So we actually have the winner all the way from Rochester, Minnesota. We have Kit. Kit basically is, really looking forward to some of these new watches. So he bought some watches for his sons over there. So we're going to send some watches to Kit for your sons. It's the exact same watch that Garrett was wearing over there today. So good on you for noticing that we released them without actually making an announcement. Got them, picked them up for sons, put the word of the week there, chosen just at random by pulling out a paper from the pile. So thank you very much, Kit, for
I guess you can
playing.
say he was watching our show.
He was watching our show, along with many other people. They're all watching the show. As for the word of the week for this week, I will, as I just mentioned before, keep it kind of bike cycling related. This one's a super easy word for all of you bike nerds out there. But if you're not into bikes, maybe you don't know this word or how it's spelt. I think it's pretty funny. How about derailleur?
Oh,
That's a fun one.
yeah.
Derailleur.
I've broken many.
Yeah. Maybe you're broken. Maybe you used to shred the gnar back in the day and go on some gnarly drops and you snap your derailleur off. But yeah, derailleur is going to be the word of the week for this week. Put that word in the comment section of your order and we'll enter you to win a little prize. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching this fun little show and tell bike episode. More bike content coming, more watches, more jeans. And yeah, be kind, look after each other. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.